All right, welcome to this MrCross.org edition of the Microsoft Word tutorials. Today we're going to talk about clip art, and in order to do this, I basically took some text here. I've got it on a page, and what would really make this paper look nicer is if I had a piece of artwork or an image from a website or something in here that will actually make it look nice, but we have to insert that. Now, just like we learned in the previous tutorial about these menu bars, it's exactly what you would think. If you want to insert a piece of clip art, you're going to go up here to Insert, and then you've got to find the clip art option. Now, here's the thing that's kind of hidden. If you scroll down, you'll see Picture, and clip art is part of the Picture menu. So you will have to actually kind of dig through there and actually track that down. We're going to insert a piece of clip art. Now, when we do insert a piece of clip art, it's going to give us this search for. Now, different Microsoft Word versions are going to give you different interfaces, and that's something that you got to kind of keep in mind. You may not get this search for box, for instance, on your Word first thing. You might get a nice organized sheet of clip art that you can just click from, or it could be a lot of different formats because they've changed the clip art over the years. You also might have extra clip art installed than we have, so you may have many more options than you're going to see here. Anyway, I'm going to look for a race car, so I just type in car here, and I hit search, and when I do, it's going to pull up some cars. And basically, to insert this, I can double-click it, and now we'll see it's actually into my document. Now, that's how you insert clip art. Very self-explanatory. Most people can do it, not real hard. Here's something, however, that you might be finding useful when you're actually working with your document. Notice here that the racing starts at the very end of where the clip art starts. So here's the clip art, and then right after it, that first line of text starts down here. What if I want this text up here? You can do that, but right now the text is what's called inline. So it's almost treating the picture as if it's a letter or a character in the document. It's just a bigger, taller character, so it's pushing everything out of its way. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the picture, and when we do, we get a whole bunch of different picture options. Now, this is where you can change the color, the contrast, the brightness. We can crop the picture, so maybe if we only wanted the guy's head, we could do some things like that. We could rotate the picture left and right. We can also compress the picture, so that's just shrinking it down. One of the things that I find handiest, however, is the way the text is wrapped, and it's called text wrapping in Microsoft Office. And when you click on text wrapping, it's going to give you different ideas, and I always call it the little dog. The little dog is the secret to getting your pictures to look right in a picture, or in a text document. Right now it's set to inline with text, so that means it's in line with all the other text. It's treating it as an individual letter. If we do square, for instance, you will see that it changed the entire formatting of the page, and basically it's now treating it as an image, and it's putting the letters up next to the top of the picture. To me, that should be the default in Microsoft Word. It's not. I'm not sure exactly why that's the case, but for the most part, when you're doing pictures, you're going to want to change it to tight or square. Okay, both of these will do the same thing. Notice that tight, however, now it's not wrapping around the edge of the box. It's actually wrapping into the picture a little bit. So if I move it into the middle, you can see that it's kind of contouring around it. If I go back to square, you'll see that now it's wrapping it square around the image. If I go behind text, you'll see now that the image is actually behind text. This is actually kind of fun. If you take your contrast or your brightness and you brighten it up, you can actually kind of make it look like a little bit of a background image. Kind of a fun little trick you can do with your behind text. If it's in front of text, it's right on top of the text. Now, obviously, I can't see the text behind it, so it might not be as functional, but that's just another way you can do it. There's some other options here, too, and you can play with those. You can edit wrap points on pictures, and what that means is you're going to take and you're going to change where the wrap point is, and it's going to push words out of the way. That's really handy on large photos. So if you have a big, giant photo and you just want the text to wrap around somebody's head, you can actually go the edit wrap points route, and that will help too. Basically, when you're working with these pictures, but figuring something out to where you can be able to post this picture anywhere in the page that you want is probably the number one thing I see people not be able to do. So keep in mind, it's the little dog, and it's set to inline with text. And once I'm in line with text, I can't move it. I can't do anything with this. But once it's square or tight or one of the other options, I can move it all around this page and I can make it look however I want to. So it's a very handy feature, and that's about all I'm going to talk about clip art. You can go a lot further with it, but to me, I think that gives you kind of a good background and understanding of how clip art works. And there's a lot of other times you'll see this little dog, and it's always around the formatting of the text with the object. And so in this case, we used it to wrap the text around the object in a square pattern, and I think that looks really good. So stay tuned for more podcasts on learning Microsoft Word, and I hope this helped you.